The Easy Woman Spears, for sure.
Excuse me. Did you see
There's
the
free
TV show?
water upstairs.
I hear Adriana's walking.
I brought some tissues in case it was emotional.
Test one, two. Good evening, happy Friday. I am Juanqui and welcome to my world. Hello, Miss Views of You. Nice to see you. Thank you for being here. Okay, we're gonna get right to it. Because this is the last Friday of me being in New York City. I am about to go on vacation. Thank you so much. Thank you. I want to thank the long hours at the office. Okay. I want to thank the bank account to afford me such vacation. I want to thank okay. Let's just get right to it. Yeah, this is the last weekend. I'm in the middle of maintenance, pampering, packing the bags, packing Hawks' bags, my bags. Hulk already in his, he started his vacation already. I still have to go in. Oh my God. Drop a bomb on that. Miss View, I feel like you are playing me, Miss View. I feel like you are playing me. I don't know. I was telling my husband the other night, I'm like, I don't know. My third eye, the one right between the second and the right and the left eye, it's telling me, I don't know. She keeps dropping hints, words, primary colors that are associated with such voyage. And I'm like, could it be possible that we are just going to see her there? I'm just like, that would be amazing. Rockstar. Yes, we are in the, yes. And I plan on not leaving them quarters. You're looking for me on that boat. I am, Miss View. I am. We are going to be looking for you. Absolutely. We are. You said the other day you needed to get some red pajamas. Drop a bomb on the red pajamas. I'm like, are you trying to get blooded out of It would be a wonderful, delightful surprise if I was to find Miss Viewers of You on that red boat. Well, I know that they do an activity where they have a huge wall and people can go and color. It's like a collective coloring. I don't know if you would want to do that in the real, but they have like a big wall, or you can just sit at a table and do it. So I'm going to tell my husband that we got to go down there and see. Y'all seen a highly skillful lady with a crayon walking around here? Anyway, I digress. Let's get to this right now, because tomorrow I have a long day of production, Miss View. I start the morning with leaving my bedroom chamber and going into my bathroom chamber and showering very well. Every time I go get services done, I like to be well groomed, well showered, well taken care of. I don't, these people, especially if they're going to be in my intimate parts, like, I don't understand. I used to go to this spa thing back in the day, right on Fifth Avenue. And every time I was going to go get my wax, like, it was a day that I was off from work. I would wake up and literally that's what I was going to go do. And then I would go back home and, wash the wax off and all that, and then just chill for the rest of the day, right? Well, I remember being in the waiting area, waiting or whatever. And these Fifth Avenue, Louis, Gucci, all of that, wearing white women will come in during their lunch breaks or whatever, or like before they went to the gym or after the gym. And I'm like, that is so disgusting. It is absolutely disgusting and so like selfish, like other people have to be in your parts, in your areas. Like, I would hope that you would Anyway, so tomorrow I start with doing that, and then the first appointment of the morning is the Brazilian wax. Okay, I've been doing it since I was 17 years old. They actually thought I was a porn actor back then. Oh, I forgot. We're not supposed to say certain words. Let me rephrase that. They thought I was a mattress actress back in the day. A mattress warrior back in the day. Because this salon in on Fifth Avenue couldn't comprehend. It was like Fifth Avenue on like 48th or something like that, right in the middle of like Billionaires Road and shit. These people could not comprehend how a 17-year-old was coming in at his age, right, being able to pay for 200 plus service and then leave like a $60-$80 tip on the table after service, and periodically, come religiously every 5 to 6 weeks and get it done. So I remember once, and I was with her for a long time. They were the J sisters. They were actually the ones who brought Brazilian wax to the United States. Drop a bomb on that. Y'all can Google them. 7 sisters, all starting with the J. And so I was with them for a long time, and eventually we started getting close, and you talk and stuff like that. I mean, they are in your intimate parts, all of it. And so she was telling me, she was like, when you were younger and you started coming here, we were thinking that you were a mattress actress. She didn't use those words, but I have to be I cannot be salacious all the time on these YouTube streets. But they thought I was a bedroom warrior. Okay. And the reason why they thought that is because usually people who do that type of work, have to be, well kept down there and all that. So, and I was like, no, I just, because they were like, it's such an expensive service, and you were able to, I don't know if that was a read, because little Latin boy in drag, why are you here type of thing. I don't know if that was a read, but, bitch needed to know that I've always worked hard for everything I've gotten. Ain't no man or no studio was paying for it. It was all coming out of my paychecks, because I've been working since the day I could work. All right. So anyway, so we will start with the Brazilian wax. Then after the Brazilian wax, my husband will drive me. Ooh, I'm salivating already. Will drive me to we have a local diner that we really thoroughly enjoy. It's like it's a diner that serves Bellinis and mimosas. Okay, it's such like you go in there. So we're gonna go do that for like an hour and a half, and then we have another appointment to get pedicures and shit, and manicures and pedicure. We're just trying to get the whole thing put together. So we got that going on, right? And then after that, we will come home, and we already put all the outfits together. I had Hulk write everything down, because one thing that I know about going away, with things that I have events and stuff like that, is that you get in the groove of everything, and then you forget, wait, I said this top goes with what bottom, these shoes with this, etc. So, and in preparation of being lit, the least you have to think about anything, the better. So I had him write down everything. What each outfit, how it goes, so I gotta pack all of that. We gotta review everything to make sure that we are cohesive, that we look like we are in the same world together, i.e. they know he's my husband, okay, and I'm his husband, okay, so there's no question, no confusion. Ain't nobody stepping the wrong way up in here. Because one thing a B should know about me is you cross that line and you will be wearing whatever dish is closest to me, all right? And you will be at the other side of the room, okay? So I don't play that, all right? I don't play that. I don't none of that. So we want to have everything put together. And then next week, I I leave early next week because I'm going to go head down there a couple of days before. It is my goal to eat my way through Epcot Food and Flower Festival. All right, they got some flowers you can eat, some salads and some dishes and shit that, you know, it's all edible and stuff, and it's like got colors and all that. So I'm gonna try to do that too before I head down to Miami. Yes. I will be sporting the latest Versace that my husband got me from the Sunglass Hut the other day, letting my hair flow in the wind, sporting a brand new facial and haircut from the men's grooming spot that we're going to here in New York before we head down, and just relaxing. I am really looking forward to this vacation. It's probably the only like going away vacation I will be taking this year. So I'm really, really excited. Let's see. Miss View says, someone is going to get overthrown from that ship. Drop a bomb on that. I'm not with the riffraff, Miss View. My husband took me off the pole a long time ago and said, you no longer live this type of lifestyle, okay? And so I intend to be. You've been hiding your hair. That's right, Miss View. My hair has been, I've been grooming and growing the hair. You will see it because I think I'm going to do a video from I go to like a hair spa and stuff like that. So you'll be able to see it's a Brazilian guy. He is amazing. The Brazilian gays are the best with the hair. Okay? They know exactly what needs to happen. Absolutely. He does my hair, he cuts it, he gets it all in shape, and then he lays me back on that thing and gives me a facial, Miss View, a facial. All while Incredible Hulk is standing by watching and ensuring ain't no funny business going. And so, they do the hot towels and then the razor blade, the one blade shave, and, the cream is warm. And then he's put some cold towels in it to open and close the pores and then spray some mist. I walk out of there all the time looking like a fucking $1,000,000, okay? The service is about $300. I think they do a good job. There's no riffraff. It's not your bodega, Washington Heights barbershop with the ghetto, ain't nobody smoking the weed, the hookah, none of that, the cigarettes, loud music playing, none of that. It literally is you sit there and the chair turns around. It goes right into the sink with your hair. They wash your hair, they dry your hair, they cut it, they style it, do the whole night. As a matter of fact, you walk in and they offer you either some water, coffee, tea. You know what I'm saying? Like you sit there, the music is nice, the people are okay. So I'm excited. It's all part of the experience. You know what I mean? It's all part of the experience. Anyway, all right, let's go and get into this because we have a young girl again coming out here asking men in the men section the following. Long distance potential boyfriend staying over for the first time. What will make him comfortable, excited to walk into? Oh Lord. Girl, if you have to ask, I am female, 21, and we've been romantically involved for a little while now, and soon he will be coming to visit. Understandably, we don't want to make things official through a screen, so this trip might be a big turning point in our relationship. I have never had a boyfriend ever, let alone a man. Ah, shit, here we go. Last infamous words of a good girl gone bad before she became fast and furious and perhaps a mattress actress. A bedroom warrior. She goes on to say, I am thinking about making him a little gift basket, but I am not 100% sure what to put in it. Girl. I also have my own bathroom. Girl, why wouldn't you have your own bathroom if it's your own apartment? Do not tell me this is a sharing situation. Do not tell me you're going to have this potential boyfriend come to a house that you share with roommates. Oh, that's why I never had roommates. Knock on wood. Thank God I never had a roommate. She goes on to say, I also have my own bathroom, so I was wondering if it would be too extreme to buy the body wash and hair stuff he likes. Traveling by plane, so I figure I could save him some space. Or what would be good, thoughtful. Thank you. I have to remember, the older I get, ladies and gentlemen, this is Juanqui talking now. I have to remember that there are younger people that their brains are not fully developed. They have not experienced life to the degree that others and me have. So let's put the female 21-year-old glasses on. Okay. Somebody says, you are the gift basket. Enjoy quality time. Somebody says, honestly, just clean your house well. It psychologically just feels much better walking into a clean and picked up home. It also says a lot about you and will instantly make you more attractive. Absolutely. Girl, this is not the time to have the roaches running across the floor, or up the wall, like grease behind the stove, like all of that. Those baseboards, girl. You got to get on the knees and get them baseboards. Okay, somebody else says, apart from the obvious, he will appreciate a nice meal, croissant, and orange juice for breakfast. That's not necessarily true. If he's a man's man, maybe he wants some bacon. The person goes on to say, presents in a basket will be awkward and make him feel guilty for not having a similar amount for you. A meal is just your effort. The trip was his effort. And the original poster comes back and says, you're right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. Let's see. Yep. He's looking forward to unwrapping a gift basket. One last one, and then I'm going to give her my thoughts. Oh, damn. This is kind of affection. This is the kind of affection I'm looking for. The thought you put into anything for him will make him feel welcome. Just be present and enjoy his company. Remember, he's coming for you. Girl, child. Ain't that sweet? She wants to put together a basket that then he has to take with him. And now he has to pay the $75 because he has to check his luggage because it's too, he can't put it underneath the plane anymore. And the basket is now his carry-on item. So don't F him like that. He is expecting for him to walk in and have you spread out eagle on the floor. Or at least he is expecting that you provide him with a professional. You know what a professional is? A professional is done on your knees. Stop. Professional services. He is expecting services. Okay. I didn't travel all this way to not get at least the tip wet. The tip wants to meet your tonsils. No. Okay. I just needed to get that out of my system. It's almost 10 o'clock and it's Friday, so I just felt like it could be a little bit spicy up in here. Friday nights is a spicy show. Okay. So first of all, I would think that you would need to what's the sleeping arrangements? Because that dictates a lot. If you are having him come over and sleep on the same bed as you, then understandably know that he may get erect. He may try to hump you in the middle of the night. He may expect a professional, or at least, joystick playing. You know what I'm saying? And was that even settled? Ideally, I think, honestly, call me foolish or whatever, if this is the first time you guys are meeting after a long distance relationship, right? I think that ideally he should not sleep on the same bed as you, 21-year-old. We're not talking about adults here, 30 years old and above. No, we're talking about a 21-year-old. He should be coming to your town to visit you. However, he should be staying at a hotel. Because it don't matter that you guys have developed a relationship over the computer and the FaceTime. This is the first time you are physically meeting with him. So this is the equivalent of you giving it up on the first night. It absolutely is. Now you slither yourself into the men section to ask the men for some advice instead of asking women, who will then tell you, girl, don't have him come over in the middle of the night. Or girl, did you ask him what hotel you're staying at? Or girl, you came to the men's corner where they're going to drag you back to, back to some sexual situation. Okay, so I'm giving you the advice. My advice is he should not be staying in your home. How to make it comfortable? Like somebody said, yes, please make sure that the environment is clean. Okay, that it smells like Tide and Downy, and that everything is folded. All your clothes are washed, the whole nine. Make sure that you do some upkeep, some maintenance. Make sure that you're well groomed, even though you're not aiming to have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky. Oh, I'm sorry. I got a flashback at Bill Clinton up there in the podium. And I did have a sexual relationship that was inappropriate. But even if you're not going to present the puss, make sure you're well kept out there. Make sure that you have your diaphragm ready, the condoms available, the pill, Plan B. Go buy yourself a Plan B and just put it in your drawer. I say this because at 21, having your first interaction with this man and you're bringing him into your home, the story writes itself. Not only just the hormones, it just writes itself. I think that you guys should actually have him come, and you guys should do stuff outside. You guys should see the city, figure out a nice little cafe where you guys can pop in, maybe get a drink somewhere and then go to a cafe to sober up a little bit, eat, drink, make sure you go to brunch one of the days. Don't start cooking. And when you start doing ish like that, it starts giving. You want to lock somebody down real quick. You think this is it. You're trying to, not this early on. This early on, go out to a couple of dinner dates. Go out to a museum, catch a show. Go to a bar, go to a cafe, walk around the city. Go to the park, sit on a bench and talk until the sun comes down, the sun goes up. Then the moon goes up, and then the cops are like, okay, it's time for you to leave the park. Do stuff like that. Fun stuff like that. Do not take him shopping. For clothes and stuff like that. If you want to walk and just window shop, that's fine as you talk. This period is for you guys to get to know each other in the face to face. Not at an intimate level, but face to face. You should be nowhere near your bedroom chambers with this man. Can you be a little cutesy and, put a little something, something tight, something sexy. Yes, but don't show vaginal canal. Don't show areolas. Okay. Don't show, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't show pubic hair. Don't show none of that. Labia folds. So he does not need to see any of that on this trip. This is the equivalent of a first date, first night. If you show that man your vaginal canal and secretions, if he leaves your home to go back to his home and he knows what the composition of your fluids are, you might as well just have given it up on the first date. My husband, the Incredible Hulk, says she is doing too much too soon and setting expectations on herself if she does too much. Exactly. She should just relax, get some good food, Savannah. That's some good food, Savannah. This is your time to get some good food and let him pay. Let him pay. Let him open the door. Let him pay. Let him do all of that. This is the beginning. Even if you already have planned your life for him and children and the whole nine, don't let him know all of that. Just enjoy the time that you're going to finally see him. Imagine if she has all of this production. Imagine if she has all of this production, and then he comes and then she realizes that she cannot stand him. And now for the next 3-4 days, long weekend, whatever it is that he's coming, he's in your home. Drop a bomb on being in your house with a stranger. Shout out to Deborah Cox. It's a stranger in my house. Took a while to figure out. All right. This is why you tell that to get a hotel room. The way that I would have handled it is, baby, I'm trying to come over to see you. Next month. I'm trying to come over next month. Oh, that would be lovely. Yes. Okay. What days are you thinking? Well, maybe the end of the month. Does that work? Okay. Let me check with my schedule. With work and all that, and let me see. And there's some really good hotels right by my house, so I can go ahead and start looking at availability, and I can let you know how much are they and stuff like that. And then I'll have to work on this day, but I will get out early, and then I'm gonna go figure out a couple of things. We'll go to dinner and a brunch one day and stuff like that. So yeah. I'm so happy that we're gonna finally meet. See what I did there? See what I did? So if you see him, or when you see him, and you realize that he has been AI all this time and he catfished you, he's not in your home. See, by doing it this way, you have the opportunity. If you want to be fast and furious and you want to be a mattress actress or bedroom warrior, then you have that opportunity. You understand? After you went on a couple of dates with him and he spent time, you see him interact with service people. You see him interact with you. You see how he walks on the street. He's not dragging a leg or anything like that. After you made your assessment, and now you feel like, okay, he can now see my vaginal canal. Then you have the opportunity to say, why don't we go over to my place? And you Brazilian wax, you're ready, you locked and loaded, But if this is some type of, situation where he has catfished you, or you just don't like his attitude, or when he saw you, or perhaps he don't like you like that. Let's not all just, it's a two-way street. So he might have expectations that when he meets you are not met. So it is important that, you still have those boundaries and you set those, those boundaries. Anyway, I just want to do lastly, I do want to, I'm not a fan of her putting together a basket, but if she was to put together a basket of items, what could she put in it? Well, I would think that if she, because people are gonna do what they want to do. It sounds like she wants them to come over to her house, and the whole night she's getting shampoo. I think that's a cute idea. That would be a cute idea. Maybe for the second time that he comes over and he's staying there. For the second time that he comes over and he's staying there, what I would do if I was her. But then again, I'm thinking with the mind of a man. Even though I am a homosexual man, I'm still a man. But I wouldn't necessarily do a basket, and that shows that she's a female. I wouldn't do a basket. I would do something more, obviously more masculine, but you would do something like, okay, toiletries. If you want to give him a drawer, this will be your drawer for when you come over or whatever. You could put stuff in here or everything. I'm not going to go through it. Bullshit. You go right through it. So as they leave, you go item through item through item through item, and then you close that drawer. But yeah, and like the toiletries, I think it's a smart idea just because, especially if this becomes a thing where he's going to jump on a plane to come see her, once or a few times a month or whatever, then he doesn't have to worry about liquids and, shampoo size and mouthwash and all that. So a nice, like, man type of toiletry with perfumes, things like that. The rag, the soap bar, all of that, whatever. But another thing is to, in this first trip, see what he likes, how he is, what he, can use or whatever. Well, straight up ask him, what are some of the things so that you don't have to travel, you could just a quick backpack. You don't have to check no $75 fee for the thing to go in the check luggage. And you could just throw a backpack, put it on the front, in the below seat in front of you as a carry-on item, and you could just bam, bam, bam. When you get off that plane, you don't have to wait for luggage to come out. You can just get into the Uber and come see me like that. But I think that would be like, visit number 2, 3 plus. Not now, girl. Just enjoy lots of meals outside, lots of walks in the park, and all of that, okay? With that said, I want to thank everybody who came through. Please hit that like button. It really helps us out as content creators for you to let the YouTube AI machine know that you thoroughly enjoy me running my mouth at this time. My husband, the Incredible Hulk, says, this is too much. She is the gift. Well, that's what I said. And that is interesting that she doesn't know that, but then again, she is what? 21 years old. And we don't know if she is 21 closer to 20 or 21 closer to 22. So she's 21 years old. I wonder how old he is. I hope he's around the same age. I hope he's around, and he's not like some nasty piece of old man trying to, or she's trying to sugar daddy. You know what I'm saying? Like sugar baby and the whole night. We don't, she didn't really go into detail, but we'll see. Maybe she does a follow up. Anyway, with that said, I want to thank you guys for coming through. My husband has a slice of chocolate chip ice cream, piece of ice cream cake downstairs, and I'm salivating and ready for me to eat that. I had my dentist appointment this morning. I had a cleaning. Yeah, it's all maintenance this whole weekend, and in preparation for the trypsis. And the hygienist said she was highly impressed by the quality of my mouth. Okay, my teethuses were teething. They're done. They're done. Okay, shout out to Nene Leaks because they are done. I love it when the dentist and the hygienist are happy with my mouth and my, she was like, you floss. I said twice a day. That's right, girl. I floss twice a day. And I brush sometimes 3 times a day. Okay. Definitely 2, but sometimes 3. All right. So oral hygiene is very important. Oral hygiene is very important. All right, I am going to see you guys tomorrow. This weekend, I'm pre-recording some videos so that they can go live on the premiere while I'm away. I got the package for the internet. Apparently, I will be able to stream from the boat and stuff like that. So, in the moments that I can, I will. But if not, just know that there will always be a live going out between 9 and 9:30 every single night on my channel while I'm away. All right. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night. Enjoy your weekend. All right. Peace.